If my mother was alive and you told her that acting will make me stand in front of a crowd like this to talk, should beat you to death. I'm not saying quarrel. She'll practically beat the hell out of you. But yeah, today I'm an actor, director, CEO, founder, That Playhouse, not Dab House, That Playhouse actually. Today I will be speaking on Beyond the Label, an actor. And I will prove to you that everybody, including Pastor here, can act. You know, fantastic. Please, a round of applause for Pastor. Now, everybody can act, whether you believe it or not, whether you've done it before or not, you can act. But before we continue, what is acting? If you go through several dictionaries, you'd find several meanings of the word act. But I summarized it to just 2 words. To do. To do. What does that mean? It means that if you can do, you can what? I can't hear you. If you can do, you can. Simple as that. Now, let's go into the ops of acting. What I would call the advantages of acting. But before we go there, let's look at the words of Stanford Meisner, one of the students of Stanislavski, the father of modern-day acting, as people would want to say, who invented the Stanislavski acting technique. Stanford Meisner said, simply put, that acting is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances, meaning everything an actor does is real. The only thing that is not real is the circumstance, the place, the timing, the set. But the emotions you see, the feelings you get, all of those things are real. Now let me ask a question. If you watched a movie and you felt happy afterwards, let me see your hand up. If you've watched a movie and you felt sad afterwards, let me see your hand up. If you've watched a movie and you felt hate afterwards, let me see your hand up. If you've watched a movie before and you felt motivated, let me see your hand up. Fantastic. Now, you can't say that all of those things you felt were fake, can you? Would you say they were fake? So you see that acting is real. The jumping in the air may be fake. Jet Li, Yeah, The flying through the air with, 2 aeroplanes, both hands like Superman, and be fake. But the smiles on the faces of those actors that make you smile are real. True or false? I can't hear you. True or false? Fantastic. Now, studies have shown that watching emotional movies can increase our ability to empathize with others in real life, according to Ball and Velkamp 2013. Researchers also suggest that crying during emotional scenes can lead to a reduction in stress hormones and increase in feel-good endorphins. We are the twins that will disturb this community to death. Give me a name. With stereotypes, it makes it very difficult for actors to actually transcend and perform in different roles. Like I say to my actors, I tell them this: an actor is a clay, and the clay doesn't tell the potter what it wants to be. The potter decides that. True or false? But when a clay takes a particular shape and refuses to change, it just stays there. It could break, it will crack, but it will just stay there. It has the ability to be several other things, but it won't be, because it has decided to stay in that particular position. Same thing with all of you seated here. Of you here have several labels. You're called a pastor, just like me. I know it's shocking. It's shocking too that God will call someone like me. You could get a label as a pastor, an engineer, a doctor, But who says all you should be? Who says you should keep playing the role of a doctor in real life? You could try other things. A doctor who is also a wonderful tennis player. Have you tried that? No, I guess. You could also be an architect who loves to play the violin. But yeah, in Nigeria, we've been taught that you should pick one thing. You know, motivational speakers say that a lot. Pick one thing, rehearse with it, sleep with it, eat with it, drink with it. But as an actor, we are told that we can be everything and anything at once. For instance, I've been a doctor. Those who watch me on stage at least believed it. I've been a lawyer. Those who watch me on stage at least believed it, because at that moment, it was true. The circumstances were fake. Words that came out of my mouth made you realize that truly, that guy up there is what? Exactly. Now, we're going to do a simple exercise. Like I said, I was going to prove that everybody here can act. I'm a director. Normally when director says action, the actors begin to act, right? Now, this is the scene. We are all seated in the Asu Hall in the University of Calabar. Maven is speaking with a microphone in his left hand. You are seated in your chair right now. Now, this is the act. When I say action, I want everybody to scratch their head. As simple as that is. As simple as that is. Simple as that is. Are you ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, fantastic. I will do something else. When I say action, I want you to turn to the person on your right or left and give the person a smile. Are you ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, action. Now, I want to ask a question. Did you actually smile, or did you pretend to smile? I didn't get that. Did you pretend to smile, or did you actually smile? Yes. Right. People have told me severally that acting is pretending. As far as you can pretend, you can act. I said, no, there's a difference. When you pretend, it is a lie. When you act, it is the truth. That is the difference. In acting, there are no lies, just truth. It's why we grow up believing that Superman can actually fly in the air. Who believed it? That is actually not a lie, because if they ask you where Superman flies, you'd mention places like Gotham. Does Gotham actually exist? Exactly. You mention places like Krypton. Does Krypton actually exist? And they say, oh, Superman is allergic to this green kryptonite. Do they actually exist? But we believed it. That is to tell you that actors actually put their hearts and soul, you see most of them cry, into their craft to make you feel these feelings. And that is because actors, just like every other profession, actually dedicate enough time to perfect their craft. Now, this is a downside to acting. As an actor, you would experience a lot of emotional stress, because most times you would have to put up an emotion that it's not correlating with the character that you're playing, one. And secondly, as an actor, you spend most of your days jobless. Oh, yes. You know, in between several auditions, you'd have to pick the perfect audition, that suits you. The director likes your height, your skin color, your voice, probably your mustache. You can see I'm growing one. Hopefully, I'll audition for an Indian movie someday. Right. So you spend most of your days jobless. But even in your jobless state, you're rehearsing with your mirror. Have you ever heard anyone say act in front of a mirror? You know why? Mirror is your only best friend in this world, because even your friend wants your role. Nowadays, you have male play female roles, true or false. So you see, no role is safe. You can't just say, I'm a lady, I'll just play this lady. No, it doesn't work that way. Right. So lastly, before I leave, remembering the words of Stanford Meisner that acting is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. Shakespeare understood that It is why he said that the world indeed is a stage and men, mere actors. Thank you very much.